Good morning. Today we are going to see the topic bacteria. Bacteria are simply called as a germs. If you want to define, bacteria is a prokaryotic. Prokaryotic organism. What do you mean by prokaryotic? I hope you know the difference between the prokaryote and eukaryote. Prokaryote means there is no nuclear membrane and membrane bound organelles. Eukaryotic have the well defined nucleus and it is covered by the nuclear membrane and have a membrane bound organelles like ribosomes, mitochondria, lysosome like that. But prokaryote means there is no definite nucleus and it is not covered by the nuclear membrane and there is no membrane bound organelles. So bacteria is a prokaryotic organism. And it is unicellular. All the bacteria are made up of only a single cell. So it is a unicellular organism. And bacteria is a ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means it is omnipresent. Bacteria are present everywhere, both inside and outside of our body. Bacteria can live in a variety of environments from hot water to ice. So there are many bacteria in the human body, especially in our stomach and mouth. Bacteria can present in water, soil, food, everywhere. So bacteria is a ubiquitous. Bacteria is a microscopic organism. It is not visible with the naked eye. So it is called as a microscopic organism. So bacteria is a prokaryotic, unicellular, ubiquitous, microscopic organism. In your textbook, another term bacteria, they mention the question friends or foes. Foes mean enemies. Bacteria is a friend or enemy. So bacteria, some of the bacteria are good for us. They can produce the fermented food, curd production. So they are called as a beneficial bacteria. While the others can make the disease to the both plants and animals. So these are all the things that are called as a pathogenic bacteria. So some of the bacteria are friends for us and some of the bacteria are foes for us. The friend bacteria is called as a beneficial bacteria and foes bacteria is called as a pathogenic bacteria because it is harmful for both animals and plants. The study of bacteria is called as a bacteriology. Now we are going to see the milestones in bacteriology. In 1676, the Dutch scientist Anton van Leeuwenhoek first discovered the bacteria and he called that as the animalcules. In 1829, C.J. Ehrenberg first coined the term bacterium. In 1884, Christian Gram introduced the Gram staining method. Gram staining method is one of the method. It will divide the whole bacteria into two major groups, that is gram positive and gram negative. The name of the scientist Christian Gram. So this method is called as a Gram staining method. In 1923, David H. Berge published the book called Berge's Manual. So this manual is one of the laboratory manual. It helps to identify the bacteria. In 1928, Griffith introduced and discovered the bacterial transformation. Transformation means the transfer of DNA from one bacteria to another bacteria. That is called bacterial transformation. In 1952, Joshua Ledberg discovered the plasmid. Plasmid means extra chromosomal DNA. Usually the cell contains one chromosomal DNA. Apart from that, some of the another DNA will be there. That is called extra chromosomal DNA. That is plasmid. These are all the important milestones in bacteriology. General characteristic features of all bacteria. So prokaryotic, all the bacteria are prokaryotic organism. That means there is no nuclear membrane and membrane bound organelles. So there is no presence of membrane bound organelles like mitochondria, ribosomes, lysosome like that. And genetic material will be located simply inside. That it not be covered with the nuclear membrane. So this genetic material is called nucleoid or genophore or incipient nucleus. And the cell is covered with a cell wall. This cell wall is made up of polysaccharides and proteins. Most of the bacteria, they don't have a chlorophyll. So they are heterotrophic. And some of the bacteria, they have a chlorophyll. So they are autotrophic. and this chlorophyll is called as a bacteriochlorophyll. They reproduce asexual reproduction or vegetative reproduction, that is two types, binary fission and endosperm formation. Binary fission occurs in a favorable condition. The one cell is divided into two daughter cells. That is called binary fission. Bi means two. So the single cell divided into two daughter cells. So it is called binary fission. During unfavorable condition, that time the cell will form an endosperm. Many endosperm will form. When the situation becomes favorable, that time the spores will germinate. So binary fission and endosperm formation is a asexual reproduction. So but some of the variation will occur. That is called genetic recombination. Here the genetic material will be changed from one bacterium to another bacterium. The genetic material DNA will transfer. That occurs in three ways. They are conjugation, transformation and transduction. So all three methods, the bacterial DNA will be transferred from one bacteria to another bacteria. So genetic recombination will happen. So these are the general characteristic features of bacteria. Now we are going to discuss the shape in bacteria. The spherical shaped bacteria is called as a coccus. Two spherical shapes joined together means that is called diplococcus. Four spherical shape joined together means tetracoccus. Sarcina means the cocci bacteria, spherical shaped bacteria is arranged in a cube, fours. So 8 bacteria, it is cube. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. It is arranged in a cube. So 8 bacteria will be arranged. So this condition is called as a sarcina. The cocci bacteria is arranged like a chain means that is called as a streptococcus. If the coccus bacteria, spherical shaped bacteria arranged in a group means that is called as a staphylococcus. Chain means streptococcus. Group means staphylococcus. The rod shaped bacteria is called as a bacillus. Two rod shaped joined together means diplobacillus. This spring shape, twisted, that is spiral shaped bacteria is called as a spirillum. Comma shaped bacteria is called as a vibrio. So these are the general shape in bacteria. Spherical means coccus, rod means bacillum, spring or spiral shape is called spirillum, comma shape means vibrio. 2 means diplococcus, 4 means tetracoccus, 8 means sarcina, chain like means strepto, group means staphylo. So these are the major shape in bacteria. Now we are going to see the flagellation in bacteria. Flagella. Flagella means a thin hair-like process which will be emerged from the cell wall of bacteria. So it is flagella. According to the presence or absence of the flagella, bacteria will be classified into 5 types. So the flagella will be present in only one single flagella alone present means that is called as a monotrichous. Mono means single, trichous means flagella. Only one single flagella is occur means monotrichous. One side of the bacteria alone is having the group of flagella means that is called lophotrichous. One side alone group of flagella. So lophotrichous. Both the sides having the group of flagella means that is called amphitrichous. Both the sides. So amphitrichous. So all the sides having the flagella. So numerous flagellas were located in all the sides means that is called peritrichous. There is no flagella means the group is called as atrichous. A means absence of trichous. So the flagella will present in most of the bacillus, rod-shaped bacteria, and it will be present in some of the coccus, spherical-shaped bacteria also. So these are all about the flagellation in bacteria. So according to the flagella, the bacteria will be grouped into monotrichous, lophotrichous, amphitrichous, peritrichous, and atrichous. This is the ultrastructure of bacterial cell. The bacteria will be covered by the 3 layers. The first layer is capsule, or otherwise it's called as a glycocalyx. Next is cell wall, and third one is plasma membrane. So the bacteria cell is covered by the 3 layers: capsule, cell wall, plasma membrane. Some of the bacteria are surrounded by this capsule. It is otherwise called as a glycocalyx. It will protect the cell from desiccation and antibiotic. The next layer is cell wall. Cell wall will be give the protection and shape to the cell. And the next third layer is a plasma membrane. Plasma membrane will control the entry and exit of the small molecules and ions. So plasma membrane only will control some what are the molecules would be enter into the cell and what are the molecules will be exit from the cell. And the full cell is covered by the cytoplasm. It will be filled with the cytoplasm. The cytoplasmic inclusions will be present throughout the cell. And this bacteria is having the chromosome, the DNA is called as a nucleoid. And the extra chromosomal DNA is called plasmid. The plasmid is a double-stranded circular shape. The plasmid is called as a extra chromosomal plasmid. Then mesosome. Mesosome is the infolding of plasma membrane. Plasma membrane வந்து உள்ள வழியா fold ஆயிருக்கிறதா mesosomes. It will be in vesicle, tubules and lamella shape. Vesicles means small round shape, tubular shape, and lamella. Lamella means flattened shape. தட்டு மாதிரி இருக்கிறது. Then polyribosomes or otherwise called as a polysomes. The name is a poly. Poly means many. Many ribosomes. Ribosome is the protein factory, protein synthesis. This is the site for protein synthesis. Protein inga the synthesis agum. Then they have a flagella. Already I told flagella means a hair-like, thin hair-like process. It will be come from the cell wall. And they have a pilus. Pilus is otherwise called as a fimbriae. It is a hair-like appendages. It's present on the surface of the cell wall. Only pilus will present in the gram-negative bacteria alone. So these are the important structures present in the bacterial cell.